Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Racing with me, RollCageTV, where I continue to do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of old friends in chat. This is so cool. New headset, old friends. What could possibly be better? Well, one, repairing my vehicle. And getting new tires. The soft tires were a little bit worn after that. Tune should still be good. All right, let's get started.
Starts flat.
This is my Try Hard Racing Club in Dirt Rally 2. If you're watching this on YouTube, there will be links to the club in the description.
3, 2, 1, go.
Also, it's not too late. This will come out, I think, the third Saturday in July. My big 12-hour stream will be the first Saturday in August.
Keep middle of a jump.
And that's going to be exciting. I haven't nailed down what games I'm going to play yet. And I might be doing something special, but I haven't got that arranged yet. I have to get on that. It's already only a month away as of the time I'm streaming this. So yeah, if I get the thing special, I'll put an announcement on my YouTube channel along with the schedule of what I'm going to be playing. Usually the first Saturday of the month is when I play Dirt Rally. Other Saturdays I play a different racing game, and in fact, as of the time you're watching this on YouTube, I should have already closed the voting for what that new game is going to be, because I was playing Grid Legends, but I'm finishing that up now. But so other Saturdays of the month, I play Grid Legends. Those are released on YouTube I was playing Grid Legends, I'll be playing a different game. Those racing games are released on the weekends at 6 p.m. US Central Time, which is midnight in UK.
Don't cut through bales.
And Dirt Rally is released at noon on Saturdays only.
Opens of a crest, gravel. 50.
I currently don't have anything Sundays on YouTube at noon. I have 13 YouTube videos a week. I also have to do Snow Runner and Civilization 6.
50.
And I did have somebody comment on one of my videos once that was, hey, this guy produces videos by the hour. Well, not quite. 2 a day.
Into 6 right.
So, if you like what you see on YouTube, you know, please subscribe and hit the like button and all that stuff.
6 left, very long.
And smash the bell.
50.
And smash it again, because it. Well, no, don't smash it again. It'll turn it off. Smash it twice. That'll teach it.
6 left of a crest. 30. Turn 1 left.
Bell
Don't cut.
Ringing. It's like think of it as your alarm clock.
30.
When you go to subscribe, imagine that little bell waking you up at 6 a.m. and so smash it. That way it'll wake you up every time I publish a video instead. Twice a day.
6 left of a crest.
Maybe you don't want to smash the bell.
30.
2 notifications a day would be a little bit much, I gotta admit.
Into 3 left long tightens. 80.
Oh well.
Right of a crest, extra long, 30.
Also, keep an eye out on my community page. If I want to communicate
80.
something on for either my Twitch audience or my YouTube audience, I do that on my community page on YouTube.
Long, caution,
the address will be in the little bottom corner, bottom left corner, but it's youtube.com/@RollCageTV.
Into 4 left.
Which is on my homepage on Twitch. And then my Twitch address is twitch.tv/RollCageTV. If you want to reach me, the best way to do that is by whispering me on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, you can leave a comment on a video.
Extra
But
long.
if you want to have a private
170.
conversation with me, you can whisper me on Twitch. I'm open to all whispers on Twitch.
Caution. 5
If
right long, tightens 4.
if the Twitch message says something like, "Hello, good streamer.
Slow 50.
You
turn
stream
unseen,
good.
1 right.
I can help you become a. I know this guy on Discord who can help you be a better
Extra
streamer."
long
Yeah, if you
crest,
leave me a message like that, you're not
160
going to get a
over
reply. If it's pretty obvious you haven't actually watched any of my content,
4 left. Extra.
yeah,
Extra
you're not going to get a reply.
tightens turn.
Because I
5
get so
left.
many Twitch whispers.
Opens 80.
Being open all whispers is a little dangerous, but I get so many Twitch whispers for people that are just trying to sell me viewers and stuff.
4 left at Bale. Don't cut. 30.
I
turn
know
unseen, 2 left
people.
around Bale.
Well,
Cobbles.
I will tell an individual story without any
3
names
right,
involved.
3 left and 1 right tightens around Bale.
Somebody who
Cobbles.
decided they were going to grow their YouTube channel
30.
by
1
actually
right, don't
paying
cut to
for
left.
subscribers. That way they could
40.
get
Turn 2
a
left
bigger
around Bale
subscriber
tarmac.
count, which of course is against
Keep
the terms
left
of
over
service, so I'm not going to call
160.
them out. But I was
Turn unseen,
suspicious.
don't cut 3 right
because-
long, tightens 2.
I mean, I like their content, but they only had like 10 views for any video,
30.
and yet they had
Flat left long.
well over 1,000
30.
subscribers.
6 left long.
And they
50.
admitted, yeah, they paid for
50.
6
6 left long.
viewers or subscribers, and it was one of the worst
6
things they
right
could
long,
ever do
opens of a jump
because
to long crest and flat.
basically,
6 right, opens of a jump
YouTube completely stopped showing their videos.
into 6 left, tightens of a crest.
YouTube could tell, recommending their videos,
Into
YouTube
6
could
right of a
tell
crest.
that they weren't real subscribers.
To
You know,
keep
they didn't
middle of
take
a
them
crest
away
and flat right.
because they weren't too
100.
excessive. If you have 1,000
left of a
subscribers
jump,
and
50.
you're averaging less than 10 views on your
6
videos,
right, opens of a crest. 50.
they know.
5 right.
And the guy made absolutely no money for being
60.
able to monetize on YouTube with 1,000 subscribers.
Keep left of a crest.
All he
30,
was out
5
was
right
the amount of
long.
money he paid.
Opens of a crest into 6 left long. Caution.
Now, if YouTube
tightens
could
3 of a
prove
crest.
that you bought subscribers, they would cancel your
Tightens into bump
account.
jump.
But,
Into 4 right. 50.
and if they could prove that any of your potential subscribers
middle of a
were
crest
bot
jump,
created
80.
subscribers, then they would take those away.
6 right of a crest. Bumps.
But even if they can't approve it,
6
even
left
if
of
they
a
can't
crest.
prove
Low
it,
30.
if your viewer
right
count is
long.
out of whack of your subscriber count,
120.
they will stop
left of a
giving you
crest.
what are called impressions.
Into flat
No one
right
will
of a
ever
crest.
see that you posted a
Into
YouTube
4
video.
left. Opens of a crest. Into 6 left long.
I only met the guy through a
tightens of a
Discord
crest. Into 4 right long.
channel. I never even, I never had any of his videos recommended.
Into
I met him
6
through a
left of a
Discord
crest
channel.
jump. 100. Flat left of a jump. Extra long to keep middle of a 170.
The latest thing now on Twitch, though, I've gotten in conversations. I like to troll people.
6 right.
I've trolled people before, and it's like, I don't bother now, but I would troll
50,
people. I would
flat
get
crest
Twitch
and 6 left
messages
of
that are
one of a
like I
crest.
said, boy, you're a great streamer.
Into 6 right.
Yeah, that's
Opens
like,
of a crest. Into
know.
6 left long of a crest.
oh, well, what
100.
do you like about my streams? He goes, well,
Turn
you're a
4
gamer,
right.
right? And I'd say, well, yeah, but
Into 5
what
left.
games do you like?
Into 2 right.
I
tightens
play a few
tarmac.
different games. What games do you like? And one of them was like, what kind of a question is that?
Right left. Caution 100.
Well,
to
it's a
chicane.
question for
Left
someone
entry.
that actually watched the stream and thought I was a good gamer. Is that not you?
30.
And then another person actually was smart enough
Cut 3 left
to
long.
list a game that was,
6
they
extra long.
bothered to actually go to my channel and see what the last game I played was.
Into 6 right. Tightens 5.
And I called him out. I
gravel.
said, oh, so you
60.
actually went
4 left.
to
tightens of a
my
crest past junction.
my homepage and looked to see what games I
30.
played.
crest, and 5 right long over crest.
And eventually,
and 6 right.
it used to be that they would be like,
6
you know,
left long.
hey, I can help your
Caution,
channel.
36 right, tightens over jump.
But they
30.
would get caught by Twitch
Right over
if they
long
did
crest.
that. So now
Into 6 left long over crest.
they refer you to Discord. They say, I know this guy on Discord
Into
who might
6
be able to
right
help
long
your
over crest,
channel.
5 to crest and 4
And
left.
that
Opens.
way they can like launder their illicit money through Discord, which is a lot less
Slow,
diligent
80,
about,
turn, 3 right over crest. 80.
you know, they're going to protect their own terms of service, but they don't
6
protect
left.
the
Opens.
Twitch
80.
terms of service necessarily. So it's all a
4 left,
Discord
tightens
scam now.
3.
They'll try to get you to contact someone on Discord, and the guy on Discord will
Into 6
be
right
vague
long
about
over
what he
crest.
can do, but
Caution,
you know,
slow, 50.
hey, I know these
Crest
people that
into
might
2
be able
left,
to
tightens.
help you out. You know, get you, you know, some people that might be interested in subscribing to your Twitch
Into
channel.
4 right long over crest. 50.
Anyway. Also, I have
jump.
very aggressive. If you type something,
120.
and it's a legitimate
Turn
question
unseen.
for me
3
in
right
Twitch chat,
tightens.
and it never shows up, it's probably because
Opens.
you use some phrase that's commonly used by
To tarmac.
these scammers,
6 left over crest long.
and so it'll get
Opens,
auto-filled
80.
it out. A lot of things
5
get
right
auto-filled it
over
out.
dip. And finish into 6
And
left.
if one ever gets through,
stop.
then, you know, I
Well done.
increase the auto-filter. This is all because the Twitch chat goes out on YouTube and it stays there forever. And only once have I had to blur out the on-screen YouTube chat because somebody told an inappropriate joke, and I warned him not to say it. I knew where it was going, and he said it anyway. So he earned himself a long time out, a very nasty whisper. And I had to go in and blur out the YouTube video. Oh no, I bumped my microphone. That's gonna sound really bad. Okay. Oh, it actually didn't sound too bad. That's good. My other mic, if I'd have hit it like that, it would have made a terrible sound. I like the new headset. This is in case I didn't mention, this is a new headset. Started for this first day I'm using it. So last Dirt Rally, part 1 of the July series, and now part 2 is using this new headset. And it does seem to alter my voice a little bit from my old headset.
Into 4 left long. Good luck.
Maybe it's a little bit more like my actual voice. I don't know. Maybe it's less like my actual voice.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. And turn
Who
1
can
right,
say?
tightens gravel. Into 4 left long, 30.
I do
4
like,
right
this is
long,
one of my favorite
tightens over
rear-wheel drive
crest.
vehicles.
Into 6 left, 50.
Of course, my favorite is the
Crest,
Aston Martin.
100.
That's my absolute favorite.
Right. Into 6 left long.
Rally GT. Definitely my favorite Rally GT vehicle in this game.
30.
But this is actually a
6
pretty
right over
easy
crest,
to
jump.
use rear-wheel drive
150.
vehicle, which you would not expect because it's a Group B rear-wheel drive, but
6 right, extra
this one's
long,
actually pretty
into
easy.
narrow, 5 left.
I also love to drive the 240Z
30.
because
6
that's a
right,
car
extra
from,
long, tightens.
you know, my teen
Into
years.
6 left. 6 right.
Well, young adult years. So it's actually a car from my era
50.
when I was actually able to drive. I never
Left
owned
long,
one.
50.
Too expensive for me, but
3 right long.
Yeah.
Opens over crest.
I
Into
remember the
slow, 6 left long,
240Z
tightens turn 3.
ads and billboards and stuff. I didn't have a friend that had a 240Z. He had a Mustang.
30.
5-cylinder Mustang,
5 right
which
long.
was nice. He eventually
60.
sold it. He had a
Jump. 30.
a Chevy Nova or
6
something
left
before
long.
that.
Opens
I
of
don't
a
remember
jump.
what he had.
Extra long. Opens of a jump. 50.
He also had
6
a
right. Into 6 left of a crest jump. Into 5 right long.
I don't remember what
4.
size. I think it was a 750 sport bike.
30. 6 right. Into 4 left. Tightens of a crest. Into 6 right. Very long. 30.
I didn't have a license for
right
the
jump.
motorcycle, so I could only like play around with it. But we went for quite a few tandem rides on it. I loved it.
Into 4 left long, tightens turn 3, opens of a crest.
Motorcycles are cool.
Into 4 right.
There's an ad out now, I can't remember what it is. It's for, I don't remember what brand even of motorcycle.
4
but
left, slow 70, turn unseen, 1 right.
It says something like cars lie to you, but motorcycles tell the truth.
300.
Something like that. Oh, kind of saved it.
To turn 1 left between bales.
I'm trying to remember what brand it is. I don't know what brand it is. It wasn't it's not like a bigger brand. Whoa! No, we went that way. No, rear wheel drive, counter steer, there we go.
Slow 60, 3 left long, tightens turn 1, don't cut. 40, gravel, 5 right over crest, extra
I'm not
long.
quite sure what they mean, but I suppose I kind of know what they mean. You know, cars, you're in this protective bubble, you don't really experience the driviness. But, you know, if you're in a rally racing car, that doesn't lie to you. Everything you do, you'll be punished for, so.
30.
But
6 right of a crest, into immediate 6 left.
Unless you're in a rally racing car and you're driving 20 miles an hour. But.
Opens of a crest.
But yes, I love motorcycle racing games. I've talked
right of a 30.
in the last episode about how old I am and when video games first came out.
5 right into 6 left long. Opens of a finish. 80 to stop.
And I remember the video games like, well, there was a motorcycle. I know Road Rash, but there's a motorcycle game that came out where you actually sat on a motorcycle, an arcade game, and that's how you steered it. All right, continuing on. The only thing I don't like about the new headset is when I have to mute to like cough or clear my throat, the button makes this little click sound. It's not terribly noticeable, but the other one I had a little mute switch I could press and it was completely silent because it was separate from the mic completely.
Starts flat crest 50, 6 right
into
into 6 left over crest, extra long.
Gameplay question, do you manually change gears or does game do it automatically? I am playing with a controller, so I now have it on semi-automatic. I could change gears, but, and I have the clutch manually I can use, but if I don't do anything except hit the accelerator, it will change gears for me. When I played with a wheel, you know, I played with manual steering, so you can set it either way. Hey Casey, you know there's a big Age of Empires 2? I've been starting to get into that again. I've not been playing at content for stream, but there's a big Age of Empires 2 DLC out. It adds 5 new civilizations. I know you're into that, or at least we're into that at one point.
5,
Yes,
4,
I'm playing
3,
with
2,
automatic gears,
1, go.
and it embarrasses
Crest,
me,
50.
but
6 right.
I can't handle
Into
the
6 left
shifting
over crest. Extra long.
with the controller.
60. Keep right of a crest. Caution slow. Keep right of a 50. Turn.
When I had
unseen.
I used to drive a stick shift car for many years. I finally had to replace it because it completely fell apart on me.
50.
And the one I have now
Keep
is
left of a jump.
an automatic, and it took me a long time to get used to it.
Left of a long of a jump.
I had to buy a new one right away because the driver's seat of my old car started to like sway, and I knew I was told that the floorboards were all rusty by the dealer. I would, or not the dealer, the car shop guy would take it to.
Opens of a crest, 60.
And then the floorboard, then the seat started to sway back. It was like, okay, I think the hole in the floorboard is catching up to me. I may need to replace this thing now.
Caution crest, turn,
and
3 left long.
It just so happened that guy
80.
did have it on that weekend. Every so
6
often,
right
somebody comes in and he gets wind of a car
30,
that a private seller wants to sell. And it just so happened that morning he sent me an email saying, hey, we got this new car, and you interested? And I was like, as a matter of fact, I am. Let me take a look at it. Because I had the word out for a while because the old one's falling apart.
And 6 right long,
and
into 6 left.
So yeah, the price was good, and it's actually a nicer car than one I have, but it's also not that new. It's an Audi A4.
Narrow,
it's all-wheel drive for Minnesota. That's very handy.
5 left, tightens
but
narrow.
It's an automatic. I would prefer another stick.
6 left of a jump.
But yeah, when I used to play video games with my wheel, I would often I would use a sequential shifter if it was like F1 or something, but for a lot of racing games, I would use the H shifter. That was my favorite. So yeah, the H shifter's cool.
50.
But you know, you can't use an H shifter on the controller.
30, turn, and, 4 left, tightens gravel.
The buttons are just too hard for me to coordinate.
Into 6 left, 120.
I don't know, I could probably...
6 right
I know, I have really bad tendinitis in my wrists and fingers. My mouse clicking fingers for sure. Mostly because of playing way too many video games.
Into 6 left long, tightens,
but also because I typed professionally for many decades as a programmer, and I never got very good at touch typing, so I just used the first 2 fingers of each hand to type, and my left thumb. So as it is now, playing with a controller, I have wrist braces on, and I have bands around my finger, my forefingers, that I can use the accelerator.
Into 6 right.
I tried to play. I mentioned Age of Empires. I tried to play Age of Empires with mouse and keyboard. I just couldn't do it. My wrists and fingers are too bad, so I can't play video games on a PC anymore.
50.
Well, video games with the mouse and keyboard. I was actually playing on an Xbox, but I can't play video games with the mouse and keyboard anymore. But I could probably still play driving games with the wheel, but I don't have room for my wheel anymore.
Jump. 50. Keep middle of a jump.
As you get older, things change. When you're young and you get older, things change often for the better. When you're old and you get older, things change, not necessarily for the better.
Open 6 of a crest to crest.
But they are what they are. Somebody was in chat.
30.
I think it was earlier this week during one of my Civilization streams, and they said something like, "Hey, don't put yourself down about getting old or whatever." And I said, "I'm not," and I'm serious. I'm not putting myself down about getting old. I don't feel bad about myself for getting old. I'm completely at peace with my age. You know, I have regrets in life, but I've always had regrets in life. The fact that I'm getting older is not really one of those regrets. And the fact that I'm not very good at video games, one, doesn't really have anything to do with my age, because I was never great out. I was better than I am now.
Into 6 left, 50.
Two,
6
you know,
right,
I know I'm not going to be
50.
as good as I was when I was younger.
Flat jump and jump 50.
The only thing that I cared about, I've mentioned this several
6 right,
times, but I haven't mentioned it for months and months.
Slow tarmac,
I used to be
50,
very
turn,
competitive at
1
playing
left.
pool,
Opens,
pocket
don't cut
billiards,
long.
and finally I got to the point where
160, don't
my
cut 2 right around bail.
eyesight
50.
was too bad, and my eyes
Don't
got too
cut
dry to
1
wear
right around
contacts
bail.
anymore.
Into turn, don't cut
Had to
1
wear
left, cobble slippy,
bifocals,
and hairpin left,
and
don't cut.
my nerve got a lot worse, which was a big deal. I'd choke a lot of more
Into
shots
3
than I
right,
did.
3 left, slippy,
And so I went
don't
from
cut, 3
being
right,
in the
opens
league I was
long,
in, which is a very
30 over
competitive league,
finish,
I went
70
from
to
being
stop.
in the top quarter to the bottom quarter of the league. And because I was so competitive, I just got so frustrated, stopped playing. And that taught me 2 things. 1, I have to accept being older and getting worse at things. And 2, I have to stop being competitive about things. And that's what really started me down the road of, I don't care. People say, boy, you stink. And it's like, you're right. That's fine. I'm like the least competitive person now. We'll check it out. You've used your Steam sale budget already. That's too bad. I know it was on sale on Steam. You playing it on, you're talking about AOE? It was on sale, but I don't know if it's on sale anymore. I thought you played that on Xbox. No, I guess you did play it on, yeah, you played it on PC. I don't remember. It's the 3 Kingdoms expansion. It adds 3 new civilizations. They're all East Asian civilizations. It changes the Chinese and the Korean civilizations a little bit, in that it gives them more appropriate units. So yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. I wouldn't mind playing it again, except I can't play it. I can't play the scenarios. I'm just too bad at the scenarios. I can't get through them unless I cheat. Maybe I should go back to my my content, my Age of Empires series that I did, and just redo it, but it's going to be a cheater series where I give myself 1 Cobra car every scenario. Muscle memory is better on PC, yeah. You can put a mouse and keyboard into the Xbox. If you want to try it on that too, because it's the same interface as the PC interface. You change the interface around, you can set it to keyboard and mouse. Anyway, I am back at the service station, and that means it is time for me to take a break on Twitch. I'm just going to take a short break on Twitch, but I am going to end the YouTube episode. So if you're watching this on Twitch, again, stick around. I'll take like a 30-second break and be right back. If you're watching this on Twitch, though, sorry, if you're watching this on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next episode will be the next Saturday at noon U.S. Central Time, which is 1800 hours, 6 p.m. in the UK, and 0600 hours the next day in New Zealand. Twitch, once again, stick around. I'll be back in just a half a minute or so. YouTube, next episode. Either way, thank you much for watching, and I will see you then.